জানাবি আর গার্গি আসলে জয়েন করিয়ে দিবি। Hello and welcome. 5 at 5. We were just talking about, the interview that my colleague Gargi Raut has just done with Rohan Jetli. We are focusing on Virat Kohli's Ranji Trophy comeback. Will it help her to regain his mojo? Shubhayan Chakraborty, Shumik Chakraborty, Devashish Sen, Bharat Ramraj joining me already. Gargi Raut will also join from the Kotla, where she's just finished an interview with Rohan Jetli. I will start with you, Shumik. Do you think Virat Kohli can regain his mojo with this one red ball game? None of the others are playing the second one. No Rohit Sharma, no Yashasvi Jaiswal, no Shubman Gill. So it was pure tokenism. What is the point of playing this red ball game? You will play white ball after this. What is the significance of this? It is just a box tick because of the BCCI diktat. What is going on? Is there any relevance whatsoever of Kohli playing this game? Shovik Chakraborty.
Absolutely no relevance. I mean, it's just a box tick. I mean, that 10-point diktat has forced them to return to the domestic fold en masse, and they are doing that. And see, even if Virat Kohli scores a double hundred here in this game, I'm not questioning the quality of the Relevance bowlers. But India's next test assignment is 6 months away in June in England. So from that point of view, it is sort of no relevance. If Virat Kohli goes on and scores some decent runs in the three-match ODI series against England, that would be relevant given that the Champions Trophy is the main focus now. Now that BCCI said you have to play domestic cricket, otherwise you might your contract central contract might be torn off. You might lose out on playing the IPL. So they are doing it, and this is a clear knee-jerk reaction of the disaster down under. Going ahead, you will not see it. I don't see it continuing. I mean, after a couple of wins, if India does do well in the Champions Trophy, everything will be swept under the carpet. So, from that point of view, this is absolutely pure tokenism. From for the likes of Ayush Badoni and other players sharing the dressing room with Virat Kohli is a very good, positive factor. They will get to know. They will get to know something. They can pick Virat Kohli's brain. That is one positive. But other than that, and as Sunil Gavaskar has said, these days, I mean, getting a medical certificate is so easy. So if someone wants to skip a Ranji game, he can produce a medical certificate and skip and opt out. So if the BCCI is seriously resorting to strict parenting, they must ensure if someone wants to opt out, he has to check in at the National Cricket Academy. NCA specialist will assess him, determine his injuries, and they will take the call. This is what Sunil Gavaskar has suggested.
Devashish, where do you stand on this? Virat Kohli one game. Rohit Sharma in the two innings that he played in Mumbai, both failures. What did he gain out of that red ball game? He's not playing the day after match. Shubman Gill is the only guy who scored. Yashasvi Jaiswal, chalo, fair enough. Yashasvi Jaiswal was in good form, did not score. Rishabh Pant did not score. Ravindra Jadeja, only fellow who is playing the next game. What is the point of Rohit Sharma playing that game if you look in hindsight, Devashish said? Any benefit? Or rather, confidence stays at that low end?
I don't think what matters at this moment is to prepare for the one day format because that one day series and the Champions Trophy is next. What's the point of playing a Ranji Trophy game when for the next few months all the contracted cricketers will be playing white ball cricket, means be it IPL or be it Champions Trophy or be it one day series against England. So, but then as Somikda said, it's clearly that then they are following the BCCI diktat. And so, what will happen if even if Kohli scores 100 or even if he fails, nothing happens. Means obviously, but then uh, imagine. Uh, I don't see that obviously only again is that the fans who will be thronging at the Kotla will get to watch Virat Kohli play for Delhi. That's the only thing. And that too, but other than that, I don't think. I think with Rohit and Shubman and Yashasvi practicing for white ball format makes sense. Means rather than playing this round of Ranji Trophy matches.
Shubhan, free entry to watch Virat Kohli. Is that the only benefit there?
and it will be live streamed as well. So fair enough.
Being live
But
streamed?
you,
Is it being
yes,
live
yes,
streamed?
it is going to be live streamed. Yes, it's a last
Okay,
minute
so what's the
arrangement. It will be,
important
yeah,
development?
it will be, yeah,
Last minute.
on Geo
Important
Cinema.
development. Okay, Bolo. Yeah, tell me, Shubhan.
On Geo Cinema, it's a last minute arrangement. Seeing the stature of Virat Kohli and all the interest that this match has garnered, it will be live streamed on Geo Cinema, not on TV, but only on Geo Cinema.
But answer the question. What can he find his mojo? Will this help? What do you reckon? Will is it mere tokenism? What is your take on this? Or will it actually be understood next season at the start of the next season when this structural reform will be put to test when they play next season, not now? Is there any relevance of these fellows playing one game whatsoever, Shubhan?
I think it is important to start from somewhere. We have seen, like, we are seeing headlines: KL Rahul returning after 5 years, Rohit Sharma returning after 8 years, Virat Kohli returning after 13 years. So it is important. It was important to start from somewhere if you want to put all your star players in domestic circuit once again, and at least there has been some sort of start in this. Although it is completely irrelevant, but as I was mentioning during Mumbai, in the build up to Mumbai's last game also, that if Rohit did not get runs, that's another debate. But if Virat gets some sort of runs, then it will boost his confidence up ahead of what is going to be a very important month for the Indian team. That's the only relevance of this match. Virat Kohli, if he can get a big 100, a double 100, then nothing like it. Then although Delhi are already out, like it's an irrelevant game for Delhi also. But if Virat can get some runs under his belt, then it will be a huge boost for not only him but for the Indian team as well. Heading into the three-match ODI series, followed by the Champions Trophy, and it is important that Virat gets some sort of runs under his belt. We saw in the very last dismissal in Sydney Cricket Ground when Boland got him out, and he was visibly frustrated by the way he got out. So that frustration can sometimes creep into your minds when you're going heading into a major tournament, and that is where importance of runs is under the belt. So if Virat can get at least a century, a big runs, it will not only motivate the likes of Ayush Badoni, Yash Dul or others, but it will motivate him to say at least to himself that I am back. I'll make sure I score big runs in the Champions Trophy, and that's what is important in terms of Indian cricket and its uh, chances in Champions Trophy. So good on Virat that he's playing, but yeah, let's see how he does. Again, it's a double-edged sword. Although Railways are missing two of their most important bowlers, but if Virat gets out in a similar fashion, like Rohit did not get runs, then all the fans will jump again and say, "Arey, see, he flopped again," and that causes a reverse effect on the players' mind and whatnot. So let's see how he goes. I don't think he will practice tomorrow. That has been conveyed. I don't think he will practice tomorrow. If he does, then that will be a last minute change. But he has done his practice today, batted for more than an hour. So let's see how he does against Railways.
Bharat Ramraj, where do you stand on this? Virat Kohli scoring runs, people will say, Arey, it's expected. He doesn't score, people will jump on him. What is the point? Will he benefit? Will he benefit from his stay at the crease? That gives him confidence. Is that a takeaway? Delhi, other players will benefit from him being there in the dressing room. Is that a takeaway? Will you think about Sachin and Lali that guy scored 79 not out or whatever it was and won that match? I need to do the same every game that I play in the 22 yards. I will play it to my utmost seriousness. Is that something Kohli will do? Your take on this, Bharat Ramraj?
Yeah, finally she runs her runs. So first of all, the pitch at Arun Jaitley Stadium, you expect it to be good for batting. The last time I saw a Jharkhand versus Delhi game, the pitch was good for batting, and it ended in a draws. So if Kohli can get some runs, and Railways obviously are missing a couple of bowlers, if he can get some runs under his belt, then he would have at least have some good muscle memory going into the future ODIs. Yeah, I understand those are white ball games, but at least have some kind of muscle memory after that disastrous tour of Australia. So, in that sense, perhaps that's one of the positives. The other positive could be, as someone noted in the comment section as well, this is a start of a process. So, players like Virat Kohli, KL Rahul, Shubman Gill, Rohit Sharma, Jaispal, all of them playing. Uh, Maybe it's a startup process for the next generation to go and play the Ranji Trophy as well, as it is noted, Jurel and all. So in that sense, it's good. But again, one has to understand that uh, Virat Kohli has already been in good. It's never really been out of form in ODI cricket. So uh, and the formats are kind of drifting away from one and another in terms of the things, kind of skills needed for a particular format. For example, in ODI cricket, the white cockabara doesn't move much up front. It doesn't move much. The old ball also doesn't move much because two balls are used. Fields are spread. The fields are kind of negative. The lines are not exactly attacking or the lens. So it's a completely sort of completely different format where rotation of strike comes into the equation, and Virat Kohli is an expert at it when it comes to chasing down totals, when it comes to rotation of strike. So I have a feeling that even without playing this Ranji Trophy game, he might go and get a 80 or 100 the first ODI that he plays in a week or so. So from that sense, I don't think it would make much of a difference for him. But at least it's a startup process, as Subayan said, as that particular comment said, for the next generation to follow in the footsteps of the Kohlis, the Rohit Sharmas, and others who have played a Ranji Trophy game or two.
Shomik, so the takeaway from here, and it's a good point that I think Proshanjit made here on the comment section. Bharat reiterated it, and that it's the start of a process. Then Priyanshu says game time is game time, whatever that is. That's also a fact. Are we trying to clutch on to these straws to try and make sense of something that, okay, fair enough. This is at least the start that the others, if Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma can start, then others will also follow going forward, or if India starts to win tomorrow, this will all be forgotten. What do you think, Shomik? And from Virat's standpoint, he's going to play this game while the others have started to practice for white ball. Is he actually robbing himself of white ball practice, which he should have done, rather than playing red ball cricket?
Absolutely. First of all, what's the point playing a red ball match when the red ball season is over? He should have done white ball practice. That is as far as Virat is concerned. And as far as having a start, we have seen such false starts in the past. After India were hammered in England in 2011, Sanjay Jagdale, then BCCI secretary, came up with a diktat that everybody will have to go back to domestic cricket. And he also laid down the guidelines that all matches in domestic cricket will now have green tops. So stuff like that. And for a time being, see, the thing is that, but the mindset of that generation of players and the current generation of players may be a little different. Because when Sachin Tendulkar was going back to the domestic cricket, playing for Bombay, or Rahul Dravid was going back to playing for Karnataka, they were 100% committed in the sense their intent you could never question. They played with the similar intensity they are playing for India. Where in fact we have seen you visited where the way Saurabh Ganguly committed himself to domestic cricket after he was dropped, and that changed his game completely. He was 100% committed. Are this guy 100% committed? Looking at Rohit, the impression distance was just he was going through the motion. As because he was forced into that, he was doing that. He was forced to play. He was going through the motion. That was a kind of body language. I might be wrong, but from a distance, it felt like so. So for the majority of the current crop of players, it is like that. If that intention is if that intention is not there, then there is absolutely no chance of winning domestic cricket. In that case, you are taking the place of a promising youngster like Ayush Matre.
Gargi, you've just interviewed Rohan Jetli. What's going on? What are the plans? You were there, you've been at the DDCA for the last 2.5, 3 hours. Give me a detailed ground report as to what is going on and what is the president of the DDCA saying.
Well, Jaitley, I've spoken to him, and obviously, you expect a lot of spectators to come and see the match because there's a lot of buzz around Virat Kohli returning to the domestic circuit after more than a decade. But Rohan Jaitley, as the president of DDCA, is completely ready for any situation that arises. So two stands have been opened up: the north stand and the old clubhouse stand. So they'll start filling it up from the bottom up. So as more spectators come in, the stands will keep opening up. Right now, there are only two stands open because the other stands have some renovation going on with them. But they are positive that if there's more than 1,000 spectators, if there's more than expected footfall, they will open up the stands. And of course, the conversation is always like that. If Virat Kohli bats more than 2 sessions, obviously you will see an influx of fans. So as many stands as it takes, they will open up the stands. There's a free of cost entry. Yes, fans will need a copy of their ID and Aadhaar card or something to enter. They will have to show that at the gates when they enter. But apart from that, anyone can come in and sort of watch the match. There are no restrictions to it. And, apart from that, we've had conversations about the infrastructure and everything. Of course, that video will be up soon. So I'll leave that to that. When it comes to January 30th, DDCA is completely prepared.
And what is he saying? What is he saying? How excited is he about having Virat Kohli back? Because
Very
getting him to play
excited.
domestic cricket, because Delhi Cricket Association for them, this is important. I mean, unlike the macro picture where how will it help Indian cricket, for Delhi at least, they've lost in 2 days against Saurashtra. The team in shambles. All of a sudden, Virat Kohli in the dressing room should at least lift the team up. I mean, the other match they were just rogered. From that standpoint, it's a good thing for Delhi. What is he saying from the standpoint of Delhi cricket? Will this help?
Oh, absolutely. The first things that he spoke about when I asked him about Virat Kohli is the fact that Virat Kohli, when he first came in, he actually spent more than an hour talking to the youngsters who he had met for the very first time. So you had 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, and Virat Kohli had come in and spent more than an hour, 1 hour, hour and a half talking to these youngsters and imparting wisdom on them. So, that's the biggest part of him coming into the ecosystem at the, let's say at the end of his career after having spent more than a decade outside of it. So that's where the biggest difference lies, and that's what Rohan Jaitley also kept bringing up, that more than the game, what happened in the game or what happens for the Delhi team, it's important the kind of ecosystem or the kind of atmosphere that will be built in the dressing room because of Virat Kohli's presence, and the fact that so many youngsters will get to rub shoulders with Virat Kohli, because the last time Virat Kohli played Ranji, these 19, 20-year-olds would have been 7, 8 years old. So when you think about that, it's a huge impact that Virat Kohli will have in the dressing room, and he's already doing that, having spoken to the youngsters for such a long time in the first practice session.
Good point. Very good point. Devashish said clearly Priyanshu's question is also relevant, that all of a sudden, look at the interest around Ranji Trophy. Otherwise, 2 crows and one cat watches it with 2 journalists. All of a sudden, you have people and fans and everyone and live streaming. Your point that Shubhan made, no live streaming plan. All of a sudden, a live streaming plan has been made because there is interest and TRP, and we are all sending journalists there. In that sense, Ranji Trophy has come alive because of Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli and these guys playing. In that sense, it's a good thing. Devashish said.
It will be back to square one next season. Trust me. When the star players are not available, it will be back to square one. So I will be interested in seeing Gargi going to Firoza Kotla and watching the Ranji match. How many fans will be there? Or Shuvain or myself going to Eden Gardens and watching a Ranji match featuring Bengal.
Devashish,
Even the best of Mumbai.
Devashish, I, Shomik, have seen empty grounds for years now.
So it's the same. It will be back to square one. So all these hype and it will be a free flow, free show for all the YouTubers and it will, the timelines will be flooded with Virat Kohli batting, Virat Kohli striking a boundary, and there will be running commentary on social media and stuff like that. So all these hype surrounding to particularly one man for one particular match. The timeline is flooded with Virat Kohli the practice sessions, and everyone is sharing videos and stills. Even I did not resist myself. So obviously reposted a few pictures. But then it will be back to square one. It will be interesting what happens to the Mumbai match where Rohit Sharma, Yashasvi Jaiswal are not playing. How many fans turn up for that Mumbai game on January 30th? So I think it's good. It's good in a sense that if the star players make themselves available from next season, that will therein lies the real success of BCCI. Means obviously if the star players make themselves available. But for now means where it is really inconsequential in the context of, because every from now on every matches that India plays is white ball. The next test match they play is way back in June. So it will be interesting whether the star players go to England and play against the England Lions rather than playing in the Ranji Trophy. That will be the ideal preparation for the Indian players before the test series begins against England, rather than playing the Ranji Trophy and
I
creating an
agree.
hype and attracting thousands and thousands of fans in the stadium.
I
I
agree.
can't help but admitting this.
You know,
Rohan, I
couple of points.
follow on that, but
Yeah.
Devashish is like, Povitro Papi. সেই বাংলা সিনেমাটা ছিল না? He's also posted photos, but he's saying others will. I mean, champion chile. But the fact is, there is a rule, BCCI rule, that you can't post videos and all of that. All these YouTubers and everybody will post. There is no need for Geo Cinema to stream. All you need to do is just look at
I
social
got a
media.
call from someone from the BCCI. Why did you post a video? Then I had to immediately delete it. He said he will get a strike. I immediately deleted it. And then I said to him, "अरे ये तो हजारों हजार वीडियो पड़ा है सोशल मीडिया में. What is happening to them?"
So then what did he say?
Nothing. Nothing. I had to delete it. चलो मैं delete कर दिया.
Yeah, but as a media person and as a journalist, you can't. So just let's follow rules.
Someone,
But
someone, a Delhi reporter today tweeted that BCCI has given that 10-point diktat to all the players, including them, to play the Ranji Trophy, and it feels
and
like all
journalists.
the BCCI central accredited journalists are also following the same diktat of covering
Correct.
Ranji Trophy
I saw
suddenly.
that tweet. I saw that, and non-accredited
Gaurav wrote
journalists
that.
and
Gaurav.
people who are non-sports beat journalists. Everybody will turn up tomorrow at the Kotla or day after at the Kotla for Virat Kohli. Bharat
I
Rana
was speaking to one of the players in Delhi squad, and he was saying बप्पा जी कभी भी नहीं देखा इतना भीड़ तो रणजी के प्रैक्टिस में, वो भी 2 दिन पहले के प्रैक्टिस में तो इतना भीड़ कभी नहीं देखा. चलो इसी बहाने हमारे बारे में भी अगर कोई लिख दे तो अच्छा होगा.
But what will happen? If
And
a player genuinely does well, the entire focus will be on Virat Kohli for this match. Even Ayush Badani, if he does well, the focus will be on Virat Kohli, and the head and everyone will go there to cover
and
But
because of
on
Virat
the
Kohli.
contrary, Devashish, imagine you are in the railway squad, you are a bowler. You will be thinking, you will be telling your captain to give you the ball every time Virat comes on strike. Because if you take his wicket,
And
you
who,
will become a national headline.
exactly.
Then
Shomik,
all the
quickly before I
हाँ.
go
but
to
I also
Bharat
don't
and
know
Gargi
why.
again, I need to know how many spectators DDCA is expecting. I need to ask Gargi how many spectators they are expecting and all of that. But show me quick point from you before I go.
But I don't know why such a big thing has been made out of this pre-entry DDCA pre-entry Ranji Trophy entry all over the country, be it Firoz Shah Kotla, Wankhede, Chepak, wherever you go, it has always been a free entry for ages. So this, just because Virat is playing and they are allowing free entry, it is not the case. So we need to put things in perspective. We need to, and also just one quick point. I mean, see, the Ranji Trophy, I got a call. I mentioned it yesterday's live also. I got a call 2 days ago from one of my journalist friends from someone my fraternity asking me if I would be going for the Bengal versus Punjab game starting Thursday, and Shubman Gill is not playing. So my answer was, I care a damn for Shubman Gill. I am not going to cover the Ranji Trophy to Shubman Gill. I am going to cover the Ranji Trophy, and that we always do, that for the next generation of Indian cricketers. Virat Kohli taking the entire limelight away is somewhat negative. Anyway, that's the name of the game, that's the nature of the beast. What to do?
I have to take this question. This is a lovely question, I have to say. Bolche, Blue Tea. BCCI accredited journos are thanking BCCI on the WAG's pointer. They have been found going to salons for makeup. They are on bachelor mode.
No comments.
Outside off, Bharat has left the ball. Come on, Bharat, say something.
Well left.
Okay, but Bharat, what's happening in Karnataka? Shubman Gill not playing, but KL Rahul playing. Will there be why is no hoopla about KL Rahul? Why is it only about Virat Kohli? KL Rahul is playing that match. Nobody is talking about KL Rahul playing. Only Virat Kohli. Gargi is telling me 10,000 people, 15,000 people. How many people will turn up at the Chinnaswamy, Mr. Ramraj? Or will it be only you along with two other fellow journalists?
No, around 100 fans, I guess, will turn up. 100, 150. That's what the most I have seen in a Ranji Trophy game, even with KL Rahul around. That was in the Loop Trophy. With him around about 100, 150 fans at maximum will turn up. The last I heard, uh, in one of the Reliance grounds, they were training 3 days ago, alongside Yarek out, KL Rahul and others were training about a couple of days ago at the Reliance ground.
Back to Gargi. Devashish, your point before I go back to Gargi.
No, what happens if Delhi bats fast and Virat gets out for a low score? Will that same number of crowds remain in the stadium?
अरे ये तो
If
इधर
Virat
तो
gets
छाड़ो.
out,
I have a question. I am 200% sure all the media who went to cover today's practice session don't know Delhi's playing 11 from the last match. I
100%
can
correct.
write it in the
100%
court
correct.
paper.
There is no doubt. There is no doubt you are right. Why are you asking about playing 11? They don't know who the captain is also. I bet my bottom dollar. Go and ask. Go and ask which IPL franchise that Ayush plays for, which team that he plays. Nobody will know. Nobody will. I'm telling you. I mean, our media is only going to cover Virat Kohli, and after that, a handful will remain. Gargi,
Yeah.
Rohit, etc., etc. Some of these fellows will remain. Everybody else will say, "चलो भाई आसपास को क्या है ITO के पास जाके कुछ खाना वाना खा लेते हैं." And anyway, they will go back to their offices, which are close by. Nobody will be there. This is a fact. This is why I am disgusted with the state of Indian media. They only cover spectacles. Anyone who comes and tells me cricket, tell me, Ranji Trophy is your most important domestic tournament in red ball. IPL is for white ball. IPL is a spectacle. That's what you cover. Domestic cricket is not a spectacle and you don't cover. So don't come and tell me Indians love their cricket. They don't. They love spectacles. Put a face paint and behave like a monkey in a corporate box spending 30,000 rupees and you are known. It has become a ticket to a social climbing on social media, Instagram, YouTube, etc., etc. It is not about serious cricket watching. Nobody gives a shit as far as domestic cricket is concerned or domestic sport is concerned. That is a fact. Gargi, what is Rohan telling you? How many people are expected to turn up? 10,000? 15,000? What is the deal?
Well, you can never guess how many people will turn up, but they are prepared for 10,000 spectators. If the pre-planned arrangements are not enough, they are ready to open up more stands which are under renovation. I heard that they don't have access to that because there's some construction going on over there, but they will try their best to open up those stands as well if the other two stands are not enough. But he was having a conversation with one of his colleagues, and the other colleague said that I think only 4-5,000 people will show up. But then Rohan was like, no, this is Virat Kohli. If he bats out more than 2 sessions, you're going to see the entire stadium fill up, and we're prepared for that. We're not saying no to anyone, and anyone who wants to watch and come and watch Virat Kohli play is more than welcome. So there's really nothing to worry about. They're ready to open up all stands if necessary.
Yes. So they are clearly prepared. By the way, somebody is asking, even our people were there, Rohit Juglan and Gargi. 100% you're right. I mean, who are we to escape the market phenomenon, my friend? Who are we? I mean, there's no question. But there is a difference here. You will also see a Shomik Chakraborty, a Devashish Sen, a Shubhayan Chakraborty be at the Bengal versus Punjab game without Shubman Gill. That defines us. You will see us at the Paralympics. That defines us. You will see Bharat Ramraj tomorrow in Bangalore for the Karnataka game. That defines us. You will see us at pickleball. You will see us at Olympic sport, at badminton, at every other sport, at ISL. That defines us. Why are you holding us to ransom for going and covering a match which is being covered by the market? Of course we are. Do you think we are not going to cover the IPL? Of course we will. Who has said we will not cover the IPL? Who are we to defy market norms? But at the same time, we will also disrupt the market and make sure that in the next tour to England, some other media houses are forced to send their journalists. We will break down every rule. That is what defines us. Don't hold us to ransom for covering the Virat Kohli match. I've got absolutely no qualms in saying we will follow the market. At the same time, we will break down market rules. Come on, man. Shomik, the last few minutes on the show. Crowd will come on Saturday. Acha, never seen so many journalists covering net session of Ranji who run agenda against Kohli are promoting superstar culture. Shomik Chakraborty, take that.
I mean, see, the fact of the matter is that you spoke about the market, and that market thing drives the entire ecosystem. And that's the, but then again, as you mentioned, uh, Bengal playing again in a sort of, this is sort of a day driver for Bengal. Unless without a miracle, they are not going to go through to the knockouts, right? So even from Bengal points of view, Punjab are out. Punjab is not. Punjab doesn't boast of star cast. 4 from Ray Sports will be in Gardens. Me, Devashish, Shubhan, and Atre also said he will turn up.
I will also
This
turn up.
is-
Why are you
this
missing
is
me?
what-
I'll also come. I'll come and have that aloo dum and fish fry.
Great. Lovely. Great.
I'll join you from day
Uh,
2. Day 1, I have some work at bank. I'll join you from day 2.
Okay.
He will
I will
only
also
have
go. Come, Shruman. Let's go together.
I'll definitely come. But I'll come from day 2. I have some
and
work on
done.
day
We
1.
will all go. Gargi will be in Delhi. Bharat will be in Bangalore. Rohit will be in Delhi. We will all be in Calcutta, folks. This is what coverage is all about. And by the way, it's not cricket. When badminton happened, our people were in badminton. When football happens yesterday night, Devashish Sen and Rahul Giri were in football. And I joined the football show from the studio. So when
Arey,
Mohammed
Bengal versus Haryana here, I was the only journalist on match day -1.
of course, and that is the whole point. Every single day, all of us work 17, 18 hours a day. It's as simple as that. Yes, we also need to make our money. We also need to do what the market wants us to do. If you think we will not do the IPL, we are, you think we are dumb idiots or what? Of course, we will do the IPL because the IPL will be watched. We know what we are doing. You think we don't want social media? We don't want currency. Everybody wants. What is the problem? But at the same time, we are the ones who will go and do a conclave with 40 athletes. We'll spend 3 crores on the conclave. 3 crores more, at least way more. And we will disrupt the ecosystem, giving people platform to come and talk at the conclave. That's what will define us. There will be 4 people from the platform, again, young people and people who will go and cover Dubai. Bharat Ramraj will do his first men's assignment, did women. Vaibhav will go, Rohit will go, Shomik will go. So there will be a blend of experience and youth. This is the whole idea. This is the whole idea to promote a platform. And today I was having a chat with Saurav Ganguly, having lunch with his in his house, and he said I was consuming Border Gavaskar Trophy through your platform. In Bangla, he said Kojon Gechile. I said 8, 9 people. He said, yeah, everywhere I was opening, it was only your people, and we were laughing. That is what it is all about. That quality broadcast, giving people opportunity, creating aspirational stories, even for the media, is what will define us. By the way, Naman Suri, Naman was covering Mumbai, and today he's covering pickleball. That's the point. He will do other sports as well, not just cricket. Let's close the show with a round of Akhilesh. Did they cover Paralympics? Who's asking this question? 6 of us in Paris. Tell me one other journalist except us and ANI who was there for the Paralympics. Tell me one. Give me one. You should ask the Indian athletes who was there. 6 of us were in Paris. 6, not 1. Bharat Ramraj, thoughts? India can clinch the series, turning focus to the match in about what, 1.5 hours from now? Can the series be closed out today so that India can experiment? And that final question, will Mohammad Shami get a game? Bharat, you start.
Yes, Surya Kumar Yadav, under Surya Kumar Yadav's captainship, India have won around 84% of the times in T20I. So that's an indicator that this team is on a winning spree and they have been winning match after match. So on paper, if you look at the teams, India should come out on top. But yeah, obviously, I always tell that in T20 cricket, it's very much a funny format. All it requires is 2-3 overs. Suddenly, someone scores, gets a 3-4 sixes, hits a 3-4 sixes, or someone comes and takes 2-3 wickets. Even in the last game, England seemed like they would win for a moment at least. Then that catch was dropped by Adil Rashid, and suddenly the momentum again changed. And another over, Jofra Archer gave some 20-25 runs, and suddenly the momentum again changed in India's favor. So in this format, 2-3 overs, suddenly it can take suddenly another team can take the upper hand. But on paper, if you look at the two teams on paper, then I think India will again come out on top.
Shubhan, coming back to Ranji Trophy about the UP game, I was told by someone today that Venkatesh Iyer, who had an ankle injury in the last game, the doctors have told him that he will not escalate the injury. But he's not 100% yet. But he's willing to put his thing on the line for his state. He's like, I want to play this game. I want to do it for my state. Yes, there is IPL. Yes, there is everything. I love this. I love the attitude. I love the approach. Venkatesh Iyer wants to put it on the line for his team because he's consulted doctors that the situation will not get aggravated. This is what domestic cricket and commitment should be about, Shubhan Chakraborty. I love this fellow's attitude. Your thoughts?
This is a story because an IPL player is saying so. That is why it is coming out. But there has been hundreds of stories every year where players play during pain with injuries with a niggle. They put their bodies online, and I'm talking about those who have not played the IPL. And this is because Venkatesh Iyer is an established player. 27 crore mark is hanging around with his name. That is why we are seeing his name or this story coming out. But to be honest, Madhya Pradesh are already out. They can't qualify for the next round. So Venkatesh Iyer should be extremely cautious if he's taking this decision to play. Doctors, many a times in the past, also at the NCA, also many top doctors have advised some players that something will not happen, but ultimately that thing has happened, and that has put extreme damage to their careers, or they have been out for a longer period. So Venkatesh Iyer, given that IPL is around the corner, not far away, he should, and it has been a long season. He has played all the matches for MP across formats, so he should be a extra bit of cautious when dealing with this thing, because one aggravation and all those money, all the dreams. He has not received the money yet, unless and until he plays the entire IPL years, they will not receive the money. So he will have to be extremely
But
careful, because 20 anything above 1 CR, 2 CR is a huge money. We are talking about 20, 25, 27 crore here. So he has to be a bit careful. He has to be a bit careful, if I have to advise this.
I think Shubhan makes a very
And
valid
Shubham,
point there.
this is
wonder,
the kind of attitude.
wonder, wonder KKR
And
management is
and
not aware.
Shubham, this is
KKR management will say, and plus he is a captaincy candidate. If he gets ruled out of the IPL, or even if he misses the first couple of 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches in the IPL, then that captaincy aspiration will also go down the drain. So it's a very critical point in Venkatesh Iyer's career. So right now, I don't think with had Madhya
No,
Pradesh been in contention to qualify, I would have said
Yeah, that
go
makes
push
yes,
yourself.
yes.
It's an
I
irrelevant dead
from
rubber.
what I
but Shubham,
understand, from what I understand, I think he still nurtures a deep desire to prove himself in red ball. Having seen Nitish Kumar Reddy, having seen some of the others, there is that deep desire. Can I play Test cricket for India? England is a possibility because I do the batting and bowling. I have that 125 30k speed. Shomik, do you reckon that is something that is driving Venkatesh Iyer, that I want to play red ball cricket for
But
India?
he
I
has to
have that
understand
brain.
also, na Puriyada, ki one match after this IPL will start, everything will be forgotten. Champions Trophy, IPL, everything will be forgotten. This one match is
no,
irrelevant. He won't make it to the test squad based on this one match.
I agree. I mean,
Exactly,
it has
exactly.
to be a well thought out, conscious call. It cannot be
Hmm.
a foolhardy call where he jumps in. But I like the
Hmm.
approach. that I want to do it for MP, because there's no other reason. He could have easily said, "Look, I'm injured, I won't play." I mean, there is no reason for him to jump in. There's no diktat on him. Nothing like that. Shomik, where do you stand on this? I'll close with Gargi and Bharat.
Absolutely. Absolutely. See, the background he comes from, the education he has, Venkatesh Iyer knows that Test cricket is the holy grail. And obviously, irrespective of a 20 crore contract, IPL contract, or whatever, he knows that eventually at the end of the day, he would be judged as a cricketer based if he can get to the Test side and based on his Test exploit. This is a very praiseworthy attitude, but eh, I mean, this kind of attitude we see every day of the week from someone like Shardul Thakur, even at the age of 34. Shardul Thakur, even in the last game, he played through pain and almost rescued Bombay. I wish everybody cricketer aspires to be like Shardul Thakur. Shardul Thakur should be their idol, not the prima donnas.
Gargi, I'll give you the closing words.
Well, all I have to say, that this is, even though it seems this coming into domestic cricket for a couple of matches, one match, two match, even though may seem like a bit of tokenism, thinking of, how does this even matter? How does their participation even matter now that they're heading into white ball cricket? But you know that there's going to be a sort of difference. I agree with Debashish when he says that, will you have the same kind of participation in the next Ranji season as well? That is something we'll have to wait and watch. But at the same time, I can't help but wonder and think of all the young players in the team, in the dressing room, who will rub shoulders with, these international stars, with a Virat Kohli, with a Rohit Sharma, with a Shubman Gill, who have been in the Indian circuit long, long time. And there's just so much to learn from just by the way that they go about their business. So, when I heard Rohan Jaitley tell me that Virat Kohli had spent more than an hour talking to 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds on the first day of practice, to the players that he had never met before. That's the kind of, positive impact you want to see from the star players coming into the ecosystem, and that's something that should definitely continue. But it's going to be exciting here on the 30th of January. I want to see how many people show up. That's what I'm most excited about, because Virat Kohli, domestic cricket, after a decade, it's going to be exciting for sure.
Indeed will be. Umama Mahida, I'll finish with this. सब लोग विराट कोहली को कवर कर रहे हैं, उसमें गलती क्या है? कोई गलती नहीं है, एब्सोल्युटली गलती नहीं है, क्योंकि वो मार्केट फिनोमिनन है, वो स्टार है, वो सुपरस्टार है, उनको कवर कर रहे हैं, ये नॉर्मल है। अब आप अमिताभ बच्चन का फिल्म या शाहरुख खान का फिल्म देखने क्यों जाते हो? क्योंकि वो सुपरस्टार है,
अरे
ये कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, मार्केट है। एंड इसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। हम लोग स्पोर्ट्स जर्नलिस्ट होने के नाते ये कह रहे हैं कि अगर आप क्रिकेट कवर करना चाहते हो, एंड मीडिया के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, फैंस नहीं। फैंस तो कोई भी उनका चॉइस है, विराट कोहली को देखेंगे या बंगाल को देखेंगे या पंजाब को देखेंगे, ये फैंस का चॉइस है। बट अगर आप जर्नलिस्ट हो तो हमें ये मानना है कि आप जब दिल्ली कवर कर रहे हो तो बंगाल भी कर लो, कर्नाटक भी कर लो, खाली क्रिकेट क्यों कर रहे हो, बाकी स्पोर्ट्स भी कर लो, तभी इकोसिस्टम को बेनिफिट होता है, नहीं तो नहीं। अगर ये विराट कोहली वाला मैच के बाद आप दोबारा भूल जाते हो तो कोई फायदा नहीं होता है। एज अ जर्नलिस्ट योर कंट्रीब्यूशन टू द इकोसिस्टम बिकम जीरो. That is what it is. But we have absolutely no problem in anyone covering Virat Kohli. In fact, it should be done. Every fan deserves to go and watch his or her idol. Gargi, for example, as a journalist, can go and should go, and also she's a fan. Everyone is. There is one side of us who are also fans, right? Who if I get an opportunity to go and watch a Wimbledon final, will I not go? Of course I will go. My hand will be up. If I get a chance to watch a Champions League final, will I not go? Of course I will go. So I absolutely have no problem in anybody covering Virat Kohli. But as far as journalists are concerned, we should cover all, not just Virat Kohli and a domestic match, and leave alone everything else. Is there anybody? How many people are covering Gukesh? Tell me. Now, because of Gukesh, we are seeing reportage of the Tata Steel chess every day. Otherwise, how many people cover chess on a daily basis? Tell me. We are now seeing reportage because Gukesh is world champion. Prag, Arjun, Gukesh, and these fellows have been doing extremely well in the last couple of years. How many times have you seen headlines before before Gukesh won the world championship? So these are important factors that one needs to keep in mind. Anyway, let's time to close the show. Gargi, I think the floodlights are on. It's quite cold, so you might just need to sort of go home. Bharat Ramraj, Devashish Sen, Shubhan Chakraborty, Shomik Chakraborty, everyone watching. Our pre-show for the cricket match will start in about 45 minutes from now. So join us then. For the moment, it was an enjoyable chat. Thank you very much, everyone who joined us.